Today I'm going to be covering Case 3, Recruiting from the Tanglewwod booklet. I'm going to be touching on the 6 questions that are going to need to be completed after you are done reading this section. The first question is going to be based upon Exhibit 5.4, not 5.3. Apparently when they changed the edition, they did not update the exhibit number, so it is 5.4. What I'm looking for in this answer is the position, who the new hire is going to report to, qualifications, relevant labor market or markets, timeline, activities to undertake to source well-qualified applicants, and staff members that are going to be involved in the process. Now, question number 2. In general, the target for this position is going to be broad and will include anyone with a minimal level of knowledge of the retail market, knowledge of the outdoor market, and the right type of personality. The recruiters probably would not be able to target individuals very successfully by selecting specific markets. In other words, this is going to have to be a broad market search. You're not going to be able to limit it just to one market and only one market. Number 3, the data as a whole are very similar across locations. Starting from the Western Washington, the results show referrals are most qualified, with job service employees being less qualified. Referrals and job service employees have especially good retention figures. The referral and job service methods are clearly least expensive per hire, and these become even more pronounced when costs are taken over a full year survival. The story for the Eastern Washington is essentially the same. In Northern Oregon, the use of staffing agencies provide employees who are very likely to be hired and who have high retention rates. This combination makes the agency less expensive than the alternatives. Southern Oregon allows for a contrast between referrals and a staffing agency and shows that they are nearly equivalent in terms of cost figures. So keep that in mind. Number 4. This will clearly be a poor strategy for Tanglewwod. Referrals have a very good profile in terms of hiring rates and retention. The additional processing costs are high for referrals because of the signing bonuses, but the other position aspects of external hiring offset this problem. Switching to external hiring would mean an increase in turnover, more turbulence on the sales floor, and less ability to maintain the corporate culture. Number 5, one key alternative outcome would be some measure of the hostile factor for managers. Another major outcome that is not assessed is the employee job performance. And finally, although not explicitly discussed in the case, some of you may recognize that some measure of workforce diversity should also be addressed. In other words, we cannot simply just hire one race or one protected class over another. Number 6, you're going to have a great deal of freedom with this question, and you're going to be trying out different methods of writing recruitment messages. The target message should emphasize characteristics of the organizational culture described in the first chapter. In other words, you should describe a team-oriented environment with a lot of opportunities to provide feedback. The realistic recruiting message should mention some of the challenges that arise in the team environment and should note that some people just find it too hard to fit in. And that is basically 1 through 6. While they are going to be a little detailed, they are not going to be overly cumbersome. Many of you have asked how long these need to be. There really isn't a set page number, but I would like you to answer it, I'd say within 100, 200 words. As long as you answer the question thoroughly, you should have no problems meeting any kind of requirements. I believe the total page count for the entire project, I think the maximum is 10, but if you go over 10, don't worry about it. It's just more reading for me, but that's okay. If you have any questions, please email them to me. If you need me to go over anything individually, I will be happy to set up a time for which we can get that done. I am planning on posting these each week for each case. If there's something you want me to include or something you want me to change, please let me know. But until then, I will see you all in the course room.